So as we all know, LEGO Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga has been delayed until spring 2021. This caused a lot of confusion and got people asking a lot of questions, so in this video I'm going to be going over why this game has been delayed. So how is it going, everyone? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to today's video. As mentioned, I'm going to be discussing the fact that it's been delayed and why it's been delayed, but just before we jump in, if anyone is new around here and you want to stay up to date with all LEGO Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga news, then be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn that notification bell on. If you do go to enjoy the video, hitting that like button will also be much appreciated, but other than that guys, we're going to dive straight into it. Sit back, relax and enjoy. So I'm sure you've all guessed it, one of the main reasons why this game has been delayed is due to the pandemic that we are all going through across the world. Yes, of course I am talking about COVID-19. Unfortunately, this pandemic has caused a lot of issues within businesses and industries, especially the game industry. Unfortunately, we have seen loads of different games being delayed. Some are huge and some are small, but to name a few, we can talk about Halo Infinite, we can talk about Cyberpunk, and obviously LEGO Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga. Now, there are a lot of reasons to why this pandemic has caused delays. Now, it is purely the fact that we were all in lockdown. Throughout the months of lockdown, work did continue. People were able to work from home, such as myself, but the production rate was low. Working from home isn't easy, especially when you're a developer for a game company. Of course, you'll still be able to work, but you won't have all the resources and some of the stuff you will not be able to actually do. So this has caused the rate of production for this game to decrease. We then got to think about the UK and how long we was in the lockdown, and I think it lasted about 4 months. I may be wrong, but just going off the top of my head, and the fact that we was in lockdown for that long, the production rate being down for that long, then it's going to cause issues. Although the pandemic has obviously affected these companies and game companies, I don't think the delay of LEGO Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga is that significant. I mean, the game is coming out in spring 2021, which isn't that significant at all. If we think about the original date that we all thought it was coming on October 20th from the leaked Star Wars video, then it's not that bad. So that is one of the reasons to why this game is delayed, the pandemic, but let's move on to some more reasons. As we all know, the new LEGO game is going to be having a new engine, and it has been said that there are a few issues they are having. What we saw in the gameplay trailer was some parts were glitchy and dropping in frame rate, but we also saw some upgrades as well. What I'm trying to say here is there's still a lot of work to be done. The game company, TT Games and WB and all the developers are trying their best to fix these bugs and also make improvements. Personally, I don't think the game is close to being done. I feel they've still got a lot to work on and they've given themselves the time frame so they're able to improve the game and make it ready for release. We don't want this game to just drop on October 20th, which was the original leaked date, and it have a load of different issues. We want the game to drop and we should be able to play the game without any issues or bugs and have a lot of fun with it. I know there was a lot of people that were disappointed with the delay, but overall I feel it's for the good. We're going to get a nice polished game without any bugs or glitches, and it's going to run perfectly, especially on the next generation consoles. Now that leads me into my next point. LEGO Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga is confirmed to be dropping on the Xbox Series X and the PS5. I've done a whole video on this talking about the performance and specs of these consoles and how it's going to perform. This is another reason to why the game is delayed. It wasn't originally dropping as a title for the next generation consoles, but now it is, so now they need to make the upgrade so that it runs to 60 FPS and 4K on the Xbox Series X confirmed. Making these upgrades wouldn't be easy and they need to do a lot of tests as well. So again, this is going to set them back, and adding in the fact that we had the pandemic and they couldn't necessarily do all these tests means they have to do them all now, which is definitely why it's being pushed back. There's not too much else to say about this, but I'm going to wrap it up here and conclude on all the points to why it is delayed. First of all is the pandemic. It was absolutely massive and it took out a lot of businesses, loads of places are closing, and all these developers at these game industries are really trying their best. A lot of them work from home and they were doing their best to get games ready. This caused a lot of delays across loads of different games and platforms, but unfortunately that is what we're going to have to deal with. The second point for this game is the fact that they're running a new engine. There's going to be a lot of tests and a lot of features added as well. There's going to be a lot added to the game, loads of new features and a lot of cleanups, fixing bugs and making sure this engine is ready for release. And the last point I made is the fact that it's coming to next generation consoles, which links into my previous point about the engine and upgrading features and fixing bugs, to the fact that they need to produce this game so it's able to run on the next generation. Overall, I feel the game isn't done yet like I've mentioned previously, but I feel it's definitely on its way. They've given themselves this time to fix all these certain things and to get themselves ahead. We don't want a game releasing to where there's going to be bugs and loads of different glitches. We want a game to release that we're going to be able to play smoothly and have a lot of fun. All I'm saying, guys, is give the developers a lot of respect on Twitter, on socials, and across all different platforms. They are trying their best to give us an amazing game, and I appreciate them a lot for doing so. But other than that, guys, these are the reasons to why the game is delayed, just to clear up any confusion. Other than that, I've got tons of videos that I've been making. There's loads to come to this channel, so if you haven't subscribed or turned that notification bell on, then do so if you never want to miss a video and you want to stay up to date. And if you enjoyed this video, then be sure to hit that like button as well. I really do appreciate it. Other than that, have a great day, keep your eyes peeled for the next upload, and I'll see you all there. Goodbye.